Hello, and welcome to a tutorial on the Enterprise Data Dissemination Informatics Exchange, or EDI. This video will cover how to select a dataset to create an output map, examine and understand that map, as well as how to create maps using various datasets. This video assumes that you already know how to navigate menus to select a dataset and create a table within EDI. For the purposes of demonstration, we will select the All Datasets group in the first menu labeled Select a Group. For the second menu labeled Select a Category, we will select Births. Next, we select a geography from the third menu. This can be a district, region, municipality, county, state, or county-state combined, depending on previous selections. Maps can only be created from select geographic groups and for certain datasets. We have selected county-state. In the fourth and final menu, you select the way you wish to have your data presented. We will select Map. For more details on creating tables within EDI, please watch our instructional introductory video. Now that we have made our selections, we may either proceed to the next page by clicking the Next button or start over by clicking the Reset Selections button. We are satisfied with our selections and will hit Next to continue with our demonstration. After selecting Next, we see several new menus to interact with. The menus will be a little different depending upon the dataset selected, but they all function in a similar manner. Note, the menus are numbered for your convenience, and if at any point you want to know more about a particular menu, simply click the title of a menu and a help page will appear with an explanation of that menu. You can also navigate back to the first EDI page by clicking Home in the upper left breadcrumb trail of the page or the EDI logo at the top of the screen. Compared to the Tables module, a key difference when creating maps is each menu only allows a single selection. In this example, the first menu is labeled Year. Note there are actually two menu boxes associated with Year. This is because the two menus are interactive. By making a selection in the first upper menu, the second menu will offer different selections. We will select 3 to get 3-year summary data, and for the second menu, we will select 2012 to 2014. The next menu, labeled Race Ethnicity, we will select all races. At the third menu, Rate Percent, we will choose Percent Low Birth Weight. In the fourth menu, Age, we will select the default option, All Ages. The last menu is Map Settings. These settings control the display and configuration of the map, including the data classification distribution, number of classes, color palette, and transparency level. The checkbox gives you the option to see a table with a listing of the data used in the map. There are 3 types of data classification. Optimal, which creates ranges that automatically adjust distribution to create balanced subranges. The number of subranges is determined by the algorithm. Equal interval, which creates ranges that divide the data into equal range intervals. This method does not take into account how the data is distributed. Very large values or very small values can skew the distribution results. Equal distribution, which creates ranges that divide the data so that each range has a balanced number of items. This method can skew the distribution by creating divisions that span very large or very small ranges. There are 3 options for the number of data class ranges, 3, 4, and 5 classes. The algorithm for optimal data classification type may override this selection. There are 5 options for sequential color palette: blue, brown, green, red, and purple. The output colors progress from a light shade to a dark shade. There are 6 options for the transparency setting: 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. A value of 0 represents no transparency, and a value of 50 represents 50% transparency. Most of these selections are a matter of personal preference on how you would like your map to look. For this example, we will uncheck the checkbox in order to not show the table below the map. and we'll leave the other default map settings as they are: optimal classification, 4 classes, blue palette, and 10% transparency. To create a map after making all selections, click the Create Map button. If you wish to start over, click the Reset Selections button. After your map is generated, the focus should automatically move down to your map. If the output is not quite what you wanted, simply change the appropriate menu choices and click the Create Map button again. Now that you have created a map, there are a few things to make note of and utilize to better analyze your data. The first is all your selections from the menus appear at the top of the map, as well as a legend in the upper right showing your number of classes, color palette, and distribution. You can hover your cursor over any county and it will display the rate and confidence interval. Any county that has a count less than 10 based on the criteria selected will not be displayed and will be grayed out, such as Forest and Sullivan counties are. If you choose to show the table below the map from the map settings, you can see a listing of all the values and can manipulate the table just like you can when you create any other table in Eddy. Finally, there are footnotes at the bottom of the map or underneath the table if you selected that option, explaining missing values, limitations, or other information pertaining to shown data. If for some reason your menu selections cannot find a particular statistic, you will get a fully grayed out map where all counties shown are not displayed. This may occur for various reasons depending on the dataset and selection criteria. Like tables, you can export your map. All export options are shown when you click the floppy disk with green arrow symbol at the top of the map in the gray divider bar, although it should be noted that CSV, comma delimited, and pipe delimited text file will not produce the best results for viewing the map data. Those options are present by default in our system since tables are the primary focus for Eddy. The export options that work best for a map are a PDF document, Excel spreadsheet, or Word document. Click the appropriate format you wish to use, and if prompted by your browser, make a selection to either open or save the file. Remember, you can always return to the first page to select a new dataset by clicking Home in the breadcrumb trail or the Eddy logo at the top of the screen. We are still in the process of adding modules, datasets, and functionalities to the Eddy system. If you wish to contact us or to provide feedback, please click the appropriate hyperlink at the bottom of the page. We hope that you find Eddy to be a useful resource. Thank you.